Hello, friend. Welcome to the Cinemondo podcast with Kathy and Mark and me. And
Oh, I always get a chuckle
what do
before
we
we
have
start.
today?
Well,
know.
I get a chuckle first before we get into this about right before we start. There's always like a little bit of a delay, and like Burke's face always makes me laugh. So anyway,
Burke's face always makes us laugh.
if we're laughing when we come on, it's not because we have a fake smile, because I'm genuinely laughing.
We are genuinely
It's
laughing
because
at
they're
Burke
ridiculing their friend.
with a funny face.
Come on. That's what we do at Cinemondo. We're just such
Yeah.
close friends that we can do that. But
We just bully each other.
there's a brand new limited series coming to Netflix. It was originally going to come to Showtime, but Netflix has it starting April 4th, called Ripley, which is based on the character, the talented Mr. Ripley, which was a crime novel written by Patricia Highsmith back in 1955. It was made into
Really
a movie starring Matt Damon and Jude
Yeah.
Law.
Also,
And
really
so this, this one stars Andrew Scott, who
Drew Scott.
really
is
good.
so good
God,
in every single
love
darn thing he
him.
does.
Yeah.
Fleabag,
Everything.
Sherlock, Black
Black Mirror.
Mirror.
He dominates with just great acting, like insanely good. There's so many different levels going on with this guy. I mean, he just always is so. I mean,
Yeah.
he blows me away. I'm a huge.
We just
fan.
saw All of Us Strangers, which he
Mhm.
should get I don't know if he got a nomination, but he's excellent in it. But he stars as Ripley, and Johnny Flynn as Dickie Greenleaf, and Dakota Fanning as Marge Sherwood. 8-episode series, created, written, directed by Steve Zalian, who is a major screenwriter who wrote
This is an
Schindler's
A-list
List
project.
and
Yeah.
a bunch of films. So this is a teaser. It's a short little fun. It comes out in April, the show. So we
Amazing.
want to take a look at it because we're fans.
Okay. Yeah. Huge fans.
Take a look. We ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
You're a very hard man to find. No address, phone, office.
Tom. Where's Tom?
Tom Ripley.
Tom Ripley.
Thomas Ripley.
I like the name.
Tom what?
Ripley.
That's great. First of all,
right.
I love the black and white. Holy shit.
Yes.
Oh
it
my God.
looks like beautiful
was
black and white
funny.
cinematography.
Wow.
There is an
Yeah, it looks-
black and white cinematography that some people think it just involves turning the color down and taking the color out of something, but no, there's a huge difference between color photography and black and white photography,
Huge.
and the way it's processed and the way it's framed and the way it's composed and
Mm.
lit and all that stuff, and it just looks like they got it here. It looks beautiful.
And they
The
shot
trailer-
it almost kind of more of an artsy, almost like Art Deco way in a weird way. Like I love there's a ton of negative space. They really made use of the composition of using the black and white, not just relying on
Yeah.
color to take up the space, but I loved like the super high ceilings, and he's like down the lower right, and he's God, so good.
It
And
looked
beautiful
really good.
locations. It looks like they're
Yeah.
in some beautiful places. I see Venice in there and
Mhm.
a few other places that just gorgeous, and the endless
I like the quick-
possibilities of story too when you go to these
Yes.
European locations.
I like the quick shots. I mean, the shots really meant something. I thought it was a kind of a perfectly edited
Yeah.
trailer, like the
Yeah.
the shot of somebody carrying a really heavy glass ashtray. That,
Yes.
that's like
Really
What?
cool.
that's
Nice
something.
touch.
What? Yeah. So, and just his face, he just has his face really draws you in. He has something about him. It's you're seeing the internal workings
Yeah.
of what's going on.
It does. He has
Definitely a lot
that
going
magical
on.
thing actors have. But it doesn't even really seem like he's doing anything when he's just staring at the camera, but you see thought. You see stuff happening. It's so great.
The real
Yeah, he's
actors
probably
they have it. They
Yes.
have it. Whatever that
He's
is, they
probably a really
have it,
nice guy, in real life, really super
Yeah.
nice guy. but the characters that he plays, I don't want to be around those people because he's up to something. There's something going on that is malevolent in some of the characters that he plays, and I think he does it without being too overt about it, like Kevin Spacey. He does it with a charm. He's also charming.
But the one character I did want to be near was the hot priest in Fleabag. It's probably one of the sexiest things I've ever seen in my life. Is the chemistry between him and Phoebe. Oh my God, that thing was so steamy. And I just love, like, he's got a gentleness. Like at the end, I remember where, it's not going to work. He's a freak, it's not going to work. And he's talking to her about, she's just like, I really want to be with you. And he's like, no, it's not going to work. And don't worry, you'll get over it. And she's like, yeah, you're probably right. Like, I just love that. He's like, it'll be okay. You'll be fine. You're going to get over this. Like, it was just such a great, just multi-level performance where he was adorable. He was dangerous. It was wrong, but you were loving it. He was so great. Love it.
So
Fleabag.
Fleabag. Oh,
which
God,
is a
that
great
show is so good.
So good.
Amazing.
So excellent. But this one looks great. We saw a little bit of John Malkovich, which is always welcome. He goes,
always.
I like the name, which is great.
That was really funny.
So
I love too the shot where it looks like he's getting a picture taken. It has a big type behind him, and he's against that backdrop, and he's just so good. I cannot wait. And also taking the chance of doing a black and white series. I love that. Like, I just saw.
Well, it takes place in the 50s. Yeah, it's
definitely period.
When the novel was written,
right?
So the novel is 1955. So that's cool that they're setting it that way. 55 and the styling, looks beautiful.
Yeah, it does.
So
looks amazing.
That's on the Cinemondo must-watch list for sure.
Yeah. So we will show a poster, and this is a very cool poster. This is an idea. Like I've been, we've been in our movie poster industry. We have been trying to get this idea through many, many times. There's just sort of multi-level, like, many facets you're trying to, but this one is not only is this the perfect solution for this movie because he has so many facets. He's like a fragmented, I love that for this. It's black. They kept it black and white, which, it seems crazy to say, but it's a black and white. No, it's not. People still want to do movie posters in color no matter what. So I love that. And just the type is just gorgeous. They went for the dated look. They weren't afraid to do it. And I love it. It's awesome. Gorgeous poster.
It really is. Very cool conceptual poster. It's a simple idea. It doesn't have very clear. I'm sure somebody said it, but they didn't do it. Nobody was going, we have to recognize him. I can't recognize him. He needs to face the camera.
Right.
His face needs to be that big. And it needs to be totally clear. And we also need to get Dakota Fanning in there. We also John Malkovich.
Exactly. Dakota Fanning. There's huge stars in this movie.
Yeah, we need to get them all in there.
Other word, there's Andrew Scott in and as. No, just as.
In and as.
As
Happy
Ripley.
birthday. Happy birthday, Andrew Scott.
Andrew Scott, rock star. That's exactly.
But well, this is really looks great, and it looks first class stuff.
Patricia Highsmith wrote great stuff.
Yeah. Well, maybe if you haven't seen that, if you're going to watch this series, maybe it'd be interesting to watch that movie and then compare it to this, which is obviously going to be more fleshed out. If it's based on the novel, it's obviously an 8-part series versus a 2-hour movie. So. It'd be interesting what Andrew Scott brings to it versus
8 episodes of Andrew Scott. Bring it on
of thriller, like the thriller story, which is really cool. I love that.
I cannot wait for this.
Psychological thriller is one of my favorite things.
Me too. So we're excited for this. Hope you guys are too. So, and we'll probably review it once it comes out in early April.
Definitely review it.
Stay tuned for that. Okay, everybody.
Okay.
All right. Great seeing you again. Take care.
Bye.